When my grandparents passed away, I inherited their old Victorian house. It had been in the family for generations, full of history and the kind of charm you only find in old homes. I spent summers there as a kid, playing hide and seek, sneaking into the attic, and scaring myself with ghost stories. But there was always something that didn't make sense about the house. The second floor had 3 windows on the outside, but inside there were only 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. That third window, it didn't belong to any room. I had asked my grandparents about it when I was younger, but they'd always brushed it off. Old houses are strange, my grandfather had said with a chuckle. Not everything lines up the way it should. As a kid, that was enough of an answer. As an adult, though, it nagged at me. Last week, while cleaning out the upstairs hallway, I noticed a faint seam in the wallpaper, like an outline of a door that had been sealed away. My curiosity got the better of me. I knocked, hollow, my heart pounded. I grabbed a crowbar and worked at the edges, pulling away the old wooden paneling. The hidden door creaked open, revealing a tiny, dust-covered room. It looked like it had been untouched for decades. Inside was a small bed with a moth-eaten blanket, a wooden desk with an old lamp, and a rocking chair positioned in front of the third window. The air was stale, but it didn't feel abandoned. It felt waiting. My eyes landed on a leather-bound journal on the desk. The name on the front was faded, but the last entry was dated 1957. They told me to stay quiet, but I hear them at night, scratching, whispering. The door won't open anymore. I stared at the words, a chill crawling down my spine. Who had lived here? Why was this room hidden? Then I noticed the dust undisturbed except for one thing. The rocking chair. It was slightly off-center, as if someone had just stood up from it. That's when I heard the door creak behind me. I spun around. The door which I had left wide open was now slightly ajar, not enough to see who or what might be standing on the other side. I swallowed hard and stepped toward it, my pulse hammering. I pushed it open wider only to feel a sudden rush of cold air hit my face. The hallway was empty, but something felt wrong. I turned back to the room, scanning for anything else unusual. That's when I saw it. Footprints in the dust, leading from the rocking chair toward the door. I didn't stay to find out what had made them. I grabbed the journal, backed out of the room, and slammed the door shut. Then, for good measure, I nailed it shut. That night, as I lay in bed, I told myself it was just an old, forgotten room. A coincidence. Nothing more. But then, in the silence of the house, I heard it. The sound of a rocking chair slowly creaking back and forth, right behind the sealed wall.